Sexuality is something normal, in the sense that it's part of our lives since the very beginning. In fact, we were sexual beings even before our birth, when our parents made assumptions on our gender, characteristics, and the future. For example, one day she will be a great doctor, and she will have a husband with two beautiful sons. Um, and when we have also noticed that babies in the womb have erections and may hold a penis in the hand. Uh, Babies that do not have a penis are not so easy to observe. Sexuality develops gradually in childhood both physically and mentally. Children's sexual health is a vital part of their overall health and quality of life, and they need and are entitled to guide and help in sexuality-related issues, as in many other aspects of life. We should also keep in mind that sexuality is different at different ages and stages. Children's sexuality is different from adults, even when though the same organs may be involved. We need not fear sexuality, but acknowledge it and give time, space, and peace for it to grow in every person in their own way. Genuine interest, positive attitude, and safe environment gives the best starting point for the sexual education and to construct a better health for children. As children grow, they will require more information and support to meet their needs. But for this process to be facilitated, it is important to start on the right foot, and this is fully our responsibility. 4 and 5 years is a fantastic age when the child is starting to become a social being. Being able to transmit a positive idea of sexuality already at this age is very important because it will allow the children to build positive image of themselves, more self-effective and secure, and consequently greater security in relationship with others and with the outside world. This will help them to be more prepared also in the case of sexual abuse that statistically take place more often after the age of 6. Resuming the most important sexual right for children, they have the right to learn to know their body and to enjoy its functions, learn to name their genitals just like their other body parts, learn how to relate to and to build respect for other children, learn to communicate about boundaries, also consent, and feel safe and valued as a sexual being. These rights favor children's development of psychological and emotional resources, which are fundamental for their health. Many adults have not received adequate sexual education themselves. It is therefore understandable to feel ashamed and lost when thinking of discussing about sexuality with children. However, it is possible to learn new ways of thinking and doing. It represents an amazing occasion also for adults to learn and become curious about sexuality, in a co-constructive process of education where children learn from adults and vice versa. However, to be able to communicate with our children, there is the need to reflect about our relationship with sexuality, about the personal comfort we may have regarding sexual topics. For all educators, it is helpful to get to know their own values and attitudes towards sexuality, genitals, and nudity. Here are some questions that may help us in this process. Being present is a present. People and their bodies include so many new things for children, and they have a lot of questions to which they want answers. Children need to learn that all bodies are valuable and unique, and all body parts are good. We should support children when they start to show interest in their own genitals, guide them to have privacy, and remember what a source of joy all bodies can be. It means giving permission to be curious about sexuality, listening, allow space for questions, explaining, and especially be present. Telling that exploring the own nudity and genitals is allowed and ensuring that there is a room to do that, while at the same time communicating that it does not belong to every situation. such as differences between private and public spaces. What should we take home from this unit? Talking to children about sexuality can be very difficult and frightening. We often think that we do not have the training, that it's not useful, or that it can be even harmful for children. However, adults have preconceptions and fears about sexuality, while children are naturally curious about the body, pleasure, and relationships. And above all, they learn our attitudes and our fears. So the suggestion is to strive to create a channel of communication on sexuality in which children can ask us about what is intriguing them. This is the first step in fostering a healthy development and protecting them from unpleasant events. Sexuality should be primarily a source of happiness and health.